Alright, so I'm not gonna be on camera for this one. Just I don't know, I just don't really feel like recording myself. I'm lying down to go to bed, so whatever. Give you guys a quick update on what's going on. I'm gonna keep it kind of brief. So I've worked 2 shifts at the new job. I'm officially done at the kitchen, which is again weird. If you know me and you know my history with that place, it's very strange for me to be somewhere else, especially of my own choice and of my own will and of my own doing. The only reason I left that job before is because I was moving to Michigan with Sam, so I didn't have a choice but to leave. And then when we came back, I went right back to the job because it's comfortable, it's familiar, and the pay is reliable throughout the entirety of the year, throughout the seasons. So that's the gist of why I've kind of stayed there for so long. But it got to be too much. You guys have, if you've been hanging around my streams, occasionally, especially at the end of summer, you would hear me complaining a lot about some of the staff and just the job in general. And just honestly, you could just watch me just kind of fall down this rabbit hole of just frustration and whatnot. So I finally took the big leap of I finally did it of my own willpower to actually leave the job that I'm so comfortable at, but that I absolutely hated. Now, I started a new job, and it's again with kitchen services, but I'm simply dishwashing. I chose simply dishwashing because I don't have any other major responsibilities, and at this particular place, I don't have to deal with customers or the random spontaneity of just getting slammed with a bunch of people or whatever have you. It's consistent, and so far I've worked 2 shifts, 2 8-hour long shifts, and the first night it was going well, but I got to like the last 20 minutes of shift, and I don't know what happened. I think I had like a really bad anxiety attack during my shift. I was fine. I kept it like under control where nobody could notice it was happening, but on my way home in my car, I started to like sob in my car a little bit driving home because it was just kind of all overwhelming because the past like month or two has been like I've talked about over and over and over again, getting a new car and starting a new job and just all the stresses coming with both of those things, all the uncertainties behind everything, and it didn't really affect me that crazily throughout the past month or two, and it all just started boiling over the past few nights. And Dylan got really worried about me because I was sitting out in the dining room just like on iTunes on my laptop, just not doing anything, and I kind of snapped at him a little bit. And that night I went for a drive with one of my friends, and she really helped me just kind of, ground myself a little bit, just having somebody to talk to who I was trying not to be so afraid of sharing, whatever have you. And there's been some personal stuff that's been going on at my family's house. Nothing, everyone's healthy, everyone's fine, but there's just something going on there that just kind of pisses me off. And that I've been dealing with that stress on top of the car, on top of the job, and everything. So, and on top of trying to deal with Dylan getting his license because now that we're not at the same job location, now getting him to and from work is kind of a pain because he doesn't officially have his license yet. So he's been either riding with me or driving with me in the car to and from work. So all this stuff has just been building up for me, being absolutely just mentally exhausted. I haven't been writing the past month or two because of all this stress and inability to focus, but I finally started writing again. And like I said last night, I had that small anxiety attack, and I started just feeling really shitty the past few days. But tonight was my second training shift, and it went a lot better than the first one in the sense of I was able to keep myself together. The positives of this job are the fact of I don't get slammed with dishes all throughout the day. Like I said, there's no customers. I have my own little room. I'll private clip of that somewhere, and like the next daily life, I'll put a clip of it. I recorded a short clip just to show like Dylan and my friends what the area looks like. I've been listening to music in one earbud the whole time, which is a fucking godsend. And the dish room is actually air conditioned, and so is the cook room. So it's all honestly all around so much better. The only downside is it's bi-weekly payments, or bi-weekly paychecks, but I can live with that. That's not so bad. So yeah, it's been hard for me to focus for streaming. Although I have been streaming a lot of Apex lately, I've been having a great time because people have actually been hanging out. So I've been, actually seeing the numbers of people watching, which has been great. And yeah, I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on. It just seems like every week is just some new adventure happening, but it's always so stressful for me trying to handle it. But I'm piecing myself back together, and I'm trying to enjoy myself the best I can. I'm hanging out with the people I enjoy hanging out with. I'm talking to the people who I enjoy being around, and I'm just trying to find, those little bits of serotonin wherever I can, because my nihilistic outlook on life is really just kind of stagnating the past few months. I've just been very lacking optimism. I've been lacking optimism. I've been lacking motivation, and it's just been really hard for me to find like real moments of just genuine joy and happiness. It's been quite the time. I don't know. I'm doing my best, and I have you guys to thank for the support. And I know this has been a weird vlog update. Just keep me in the background or whatever have you. There's nothing to look at. There's not really much to look at anyway. Sorry, self-detriment. I gotta get better at not bringing myself down all the time. I haven't even had a lot of time for the bunnies lately. I've barely had time to spend with them. I gotta clean their pen tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow. And that's one other thing that's pretty cool is, it's cool, but it's also not cool at the same time. It'll be a nice change of pace, because I don't know which days I'm gonna have off consistently. So, like at the kitchen job, I was working, Tuesday through Saturday every week, and I always had Sunday and Monday off, because Sunday morning we were only open for the morning, and then Monday we were closed entirely. So me working as a night cook, I didn't have to come in for either of those days. So I always knew I had Sunday and Monday off, but that would mean that I could never switch one of those days if I needed a day off throughout the week. If I needed a day off, I would just be losing that day. So it would take my 5 days a week down to 4 days a week. So that always kind of sucked in that sense. But this place, my schedule is going to be fairly consistent, but a lot more flexible, and potentially, it'll be consistent with the amount of hours, but I think my days off are going to vary. Like this coming week, I have Monday and Tuesday and Sunday off. So I think the pay week starts on Sunday. So I don't work tomorrow, which is Friday. Then I work Saturday, Sunday, and then I don't work Monday, Tuesday, and then I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I don't work Sunday. But by Wednesday or by Thursday, I'll know what my next week's schedule is. So I could, be able to stream in the afternoons of some days when I'm home, randomly throughout the week, which means it'll make it hard for me to predict a Twitch schedule outside of nighttime streaming. But daytime streaming would just be like, hey, I'll make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, because I always post on Twitter whenever I'm going live. I try to post an hour to half an hour prior, unless I'm aware of my schedule and I make the plan ahead of time, in which case I'll post it. But I try to post on Twitter and then pin it, but I forget to pin stuff half the time. And Twitter is always cucking me anyway by suspending my account. But yeah, so it's good news that I can do that. The bad news about having an inconsistent day off schedule is trying to plan days for Airsoft, but I'll just kind of have to work around and potentially, switch with somebody on a Sunday or a Monday if we can plan for Airsoft. But I'm going to try to see if I can get them to consistently give me either Sunday or Monday off each week consistently, so I can always plan for one of those days to be an Airsoft day, because I still need to make it Sunday or Monday for when Dylan and whatnot are not working. So yeah, anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I'm still trying to figure things out. Things are going to be a lot less predictable, which is kind of weird, because I do like routine. Even though I hated my schedule in the sense of going in at 12 o'clock and getting out at 8, that's the entirety of the daytime gone. I still like the fact that I was able to predict it pretty much all the time outside of summer schedules. So now not being able to predict it is going to be weird, but at the same time, I think it'll be nice to be like, hey, it's Wednesday and I don't work today. Something like that is just going to be weird, but cool, honestly. I think it's going to be nice. Yeah, so I think that's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am collecting more questions for a Q&A, so if you guys go down to the description, you should find a link for the qooh.me/ahlinkin, which is where you can anonymously ask me pretty much anything, and I'll answer it in a video. And yeah, check out linkinslegion.com and my twitch.tv/ahlinkin. I'm almost at 200 followers. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.